TINUBU'S government palliative measures not fraudulent. SOLUDO disagrees with Obaseki. Can you imagine? We know that Obaseki had come out to lash out on TINUBU'S palliative measures for the removal of fuel subsidy, and a lot was said there. Now, SOLUDO is coming out now to say they are not fraudulent. Are you sure this SOLUDO is not going to defect from ABGA to APC very soon? Because I don't understand what he finds interesting on that Tinubu to fight everybody that is fighting against this APC system of government. This Soludo, I don't think is to be trusted anymore. I tell you, it must be an object of discord in the southeast, okay, and south-south, because everybody is seeing it clearly. Okay, look at what is happening in Lagos. Just some cups of rice have been put in a cellophane sachet and labeled it subsidy palliative and distributing to people in Lagos, as if that few cups of Ijebugari will sustain families for how long? Yeah? Have you seen the gari that they are using in Lagos? This Soludo, there must be something he's looking for in APC. That is the truth. I will not be surprised if it defects. Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State has disagreed with his Edo State counterpart, Governor Obaseki, on the federal government's palliative measures for cushioning the effect of fuel subsidy removal. Okay. Nigeria News earlier reported that Obaseki, while speaking with journalists in Benin City on Wednesday, described the federal government's palliative concept as deceptive and fraudulent. He also expressed shock and fear about the federal government's inability to plan and effectively respond to the effects of the fuel subsidy removal policy that has further impoverished Nigerians. But in a chat with leadership on Wednesday, Soludo, through his media aide, Christian Aburime, said the federal government's palliative measures were not fraudulent and they are capable of cushioning the effect of the fuel subsidy removal. Soludo asserted that the recent palliative measures will at least begin to ameliorate the suffering of the masses until a long-term solution is provided. Oh boy. The governor also urged Nigerians to embrace the measures, adding that President Bola Tinubu meant well for the country. He said the recent palliative measures by the federal government will at least begin to ameliorate the suffering of the masses, especially the most vulnerable group in the society. We believe that Mr. President meant well and everyone should support him in the quest to make the country a better place for all Nigerians. So this is what Soludo is saying. So to him, there's nothing wrong with the palliative. Okay, so Soludo himself, can he vouch that the so-called 5 billion naira that will be sent to Anambra State, that he as a governor will share that 5 billion and to the right people? No, because some people have come out to blame Tinubu's government. Why are you giving 5 billion? The governors will still steal them because they're not going to be checked. It's a grant and it's not going to be paid back, and nobody's going to give account. That is the problem. My own problem with this palliative is that you remove first subsidy, all right? And now you are sharing money to cushion the effect of the first subsidy removal. What is the difference between the first subsidy and the palliative? Are both not subsidy, or have we forgotten the definition of subsidy? Okay, so this is just swap of subsidy to me. Swap of subsidy. You understand? Because whether you remove the money from fuel and put it on palliative, or stop the palliative and put the money on first subsidy, it's all subsidy. So why not do the one that is most effective, that will impact lives in Nigeria, which is still retaining the subsidy so that life can go on normally while you plan a long-term way of removing the subsidy without impacting on individuals? Because that will be more effective than sharing cash or sharing cups of Ijebugari and rice to people that will not take them to anywhere. Which one is more effective? Both of them are subsidies. Which one is more effective? That is the question that they need to ask. That is his thing. So now Soludo is coming out to say that what Obaseki said is not correct, that the federal government first subsidy palliative is not fraudulent. But everybody in Nigeria knows that it's fraudulent, taking a clue from what is happening in Lagos now, where they are packaging Ijebu Gari in sachets and distributing to few individuals. And you will see that how much they will say they have spent in packaging that Ijebu Gari will amaze you. Okay, the federal government said that 5 billion they're sending to each of the states, that they should share the money, share it as money. But now Lagos State has chosen to use it to buy Ijebu Gari, okay, that is made in Ijebu land, and use it to share among people as palliatives. Okay, how far will that go to help them to survive? How much impact would that make in the life of people that are already suffering? I'm scared of this government. I have to say the truth. They really don't have the interest of Nigerians at heart. And SOLUDO is now coming out to say or to defend it. I don't know what it's looking for. That is the truth. So there are a few comments here. Let me just share these comments with you people. Obaseki is a disgrace to Edo State. Buhari gave him money and food for palliative during COVID-19. He stole the money and kept the food. When youths broke into the store and took the part of the food, he foolishly said he kept it in case there is another outbreak. He used the remainder for his election. Aisha Buhari gave his official wife his many bags of rice for Edo women and children. He stole it. Buhari gave Obaseki 17 billion naira refund for the federal roads Oshomole fixed. He stole the money. Buhari gave him and other governors 2 bailouts, 3 tranches of Paris Club refund, okay, budget support and peculiar amount for oil producing states. But what did Obaseki do with the money? The tax of all federal workers in Edo State goes to Obaseki. What is he doing with the money? Okay, he wants to adopt Otom style of always attacking the president to cover his failures. As ugly as his face is, his mind is 100% uglier than his face. Demon incarnate. Can you imagine? This must be somebody that is in APC that is bringing out all the misdeeds of Obaseki. The truth is that all the governors in Nigeria, it is difficult to see anybody you can exonerate. They are all thieves to the core. Somebody says SOLUDO want favor, which he can't get. Exactly. Both Obaseki and SOLUDO, their hands are not clean. So they're just fighting dirty, while Obaseki is busy attacking the president. Meanwhile, he has his own, he's doing in the state. SOLUDO is defending the president because there must be something he's looking for. Okay? And Obaseki collected the fraudulent palliative. Okay, because they're sending 5 billion to each state, and Obaseki will definitely get his own. So is he going to send it back? And again, is he going to share the whole 5 billion? We will know if they're asked to give account. Somebody said Obaseki is a thief. He wants to embezzle the 5 billion from the federal government. Exactly. If it is a fraud, let him return the 5 billion and do his own for the people of Edo. Hope you're enjoying the Gari being shared for you guys. Abi Ijebu Gari that is being shared in Lagos. Maybe you see the palliatives given to Badagry people before you start to run your mouth. Don't just support like Mumu. Use your sense before them. Use your sense, Lobaton. Yeah, now Biole. What else do you expect him to say? He's looking for opportunity to become president after his regime as governor. Exactly. Ask yourself this question: if Obaseki collected the money or not, obedient need to change their ways. Is it about obedient? This is about PDP and APC and ABGA. Okay, is SOLUDO not eminently qualified, or do you want to compare him to an empty-headed, no substance of scrupulous betrayer and blackmailer like Obaseki? Praise the man who is always on the side of truth anytime. Can you imagine? These are APC Ecuadorians supporting SOLUDO here. Okay, so this is what is happening between SOLUDO and Obaseki, defending Tinubu and accusing Tinubu's government. Thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.